Computer. Lights.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the show and happy Monday. Coffee with Guy. Hey, you have a coffee? Do you have your coffee? Do you have coffee? It was actually good. I sold 7 tech manuals. I'm still kind of shocked because that went further than I thought it would. But yeah, 7 of them, and 2 copies of the Springs book, which I still kind of need to get to the point where those Springs books are. I want to go back and edit them because I think there's still some problems with spelling and a couple of grammar issues, and it's almost gone, huh? Mine's just beginning. Mine's just beginning. I'm still good. We're at still, though, it is definitely coffee o'clock, though. So, but yeah, I mean, it was good. It was, I made table plus a little bit, which is not bad. Well, so understand though that you and Donald have requested a copy, so those are held aside. And then I sold like 3 more or something outside of that, so we're at 10. So we've got 15 left, but we pull, you say 5 off the top probably that are uh, between the one copy that I put over here that's in a bag, so that we, the first one out of the box is over there in a bag, so that we can, say that that's number one. And then that one's all right, and I put it in a bag with a board so that it will never ever see the light of day ever again. Anyway, then you have like any of the ones that were, I don't know. So that's, yeah, we've got, then you've got like the copy that I want to carry around with me so I can remember what I was supposed to be doing. Yeah, the master copy. Yeah, that's probably fair. A master copy. Then I'm going to carry one with me all the time in my satchel, which I'll write in to remind myself of notes and things like that I want to remember, so that I don't have to keep going back and wondering where things are and remembering what I wrote and stuff. So, yep. So there's that. I have a couple of things like that. So, but it was cool because I got to sit between Raph and Pepper, and so we just sat there and chatted the whole weekend, and I got to see people I hadn't seen in a while: the Golden Copy, the Keymaster, Gatekeeper, the what? Oh wait, um, got to see people I haven't seen in a while. A number of people were there. I got to meet new people, which was really cool. I missed convention circuits. It just, oh, he's doing fine. He, by the end of the weekend, he had 3 tables. It was very entertaining. Um, Brian was there, and he ended up with 2 tables. Was like, well, because there was people dropped out, and so when they dropped out, all of us that were there just started oozing, and it was funny as all get out. Anyway, it was very nice. I did sell one set of the Umbrella Girl with the trees and everything like that. One set he actually bought the whole rack, the plastic frames it was in and everything. And then I did one commission. So that's not bad. It was a pretty good move for the week. So I was not unhappy. So it was pretty cool. Okay, well, I'm working lazily today and tomorrow. Of course, this is a short show. If you have not joined me before, Mondays are short because I do another podcast at 10 o'clock called Geek Tank. Um, So we'll be bowing out just a few minutes before 10 o'clock so that I can go over. You can follow that channel at RockyMountainGeekTank.com. So I'm going to go on ahead today, though, because we might have people who are joining me from the convention, who just checking in to see what this show's about. I'm going to go ahead and work a little bit on Bellatrix Rising in the backgrounds, just so that we can kind of get that feel, so you can kind of get an idea of where we're going with the show. So this week, the plan is to alternate working on this and a commission piece that I've got for Ron Fortier of Airship 27. So we'll be alternating back and forth on that one. So, okay, I'm going to move over to the monitor. The monitor. I'm using Blender for this. And so what we've got here is I'm just doing generic, what I call greebles. This way I can just build fast sets. So these are all different items. So like this is a wall unit, which is separate from this bar, which will be a lighting unit. And I can use as many of those as I want. And this is a locker unit of some sort. We've got a strut that we're doing here, and I'm going to make a door here in a second. So the next thing we want is just a door. These will be generic pieces. So not tomorrow though. Tomorrow I'm going to continue working on this for one reason, and then we're going to do Silver Pinnacle 2 starting on Wednesday and Friday, or Wednesday and Thursday. Might be Thursday. We're going to do a couple of things tomorrow when we have a full show. Not the least of which is we've got some completed pieces now. Of the Kitty Wake is complete, and we've got a couple of more shots, so we could go a few more pages down on the 12 pager. This guy here, which has been sitting on my to-do list for a while. So I'm going to try to finish some of those pages up tomorrow and cycle. So we'll see what that does. So, but just so you know, it's part of the plan. It's a plan. Okay. I'm going to go into object mode. I'm going to add a mesh. I'm going to add a cube. I'm going to move this cube over here. We're going to go into naked mode here, edit mode. What we're going to do is we're going to make a door. I'm going to start first by understanding where everything is on this door. The door should be 1 meter wide, which is what each one of these is 1 meter. And we're going to make it just short of, well, I'm actually going to make it full 1 meter because it's going to cross over the wall unit here. Then we're going to make it 1 meter. And this box is just defining where we are on these things. We're actually going to subdivide it smaller, but this is going to at least give me a 3D view of what I'm dealing with here. So, going to the top view, I'm going to bring this back, and just so that I understand where the size of these boxes are, this is going to come out 50 centimeters. All right, so we're going to do this. So not 50 centimeters, well, 50 centimeters, yeah, that's about right. So line up with the bar of the light. Same thing on the other side. We're going to bring it in until it's halfway through, which should line up with the wall in the back. And this gives us sort of an idea of what we're dealing with. That's the door unit piece. So we're going to then build this in a different way. So one of the problems with Blender is with any 3D program is Booleans. So I'm going to work to try to not use a Boolean. So we're going to take this guy here, which he's just established the space. And that's all we did was just establish the space. We're going to add another mesh. And this time we're going to add a cube. We're going to go in the front here. We're just going to go along the front. We're going to establish a few things. First, we're going to establish that outer ring, the outer ring of the door. Hey, George, why don't you come over here? If you come over here, I'll scritch you. I know, but if you go over there, I can't scritch you. You know that, right? Meh. Meh. Well, I guess I can scritch you there. All right. If you come up here, they'll all scratch you on this side. George is here.
Here's something I found on Answers.com.
I didn't ask you.
George Maharis is the American actor who portrayed Les Murdoch in the first three seasons of the TV series Route 66. Maharis also recorded numerous pop music albums at the height of his fame, and later starred in the short-lived TV series The Most Deadly Game.
Computer. Thank you. I feel like that was perhaps the weirdest interaction I've had with Alexa so far. Oh yeah. Computer, tell us a dad joke.
Your dad is so patient. He can withhold responding until you say, Dad, at least 16 times.
You know what? I I don't know. I don't think I even understood that dad joke. I'm not sure why we did that. I'm still not sure why. I don't know. Uh huh. Nice. Well, most of a R2 unit. That'd be so cool. Put cherry blossoms on them. Okay. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. That gives this outer ring piece here ish. And then we're going to say extend to here. I'm going to move this way to there. Right, we're going to do this. And now we have the top. There's a reason I'm doing it this way. All right. All right, go down like so. 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not going to let me scroll while we're at it. It's okay. There. Yep. No. There. Then to there. Then to there. Then to there. There we go. And what I think I will do is just move this over to here and then say extend, and then we'll extend it out to there and take this guy and move him over. Actually, I don't know why I'm doing that. What we need to do is move you over just a little bit because that's the there. So then we can take all of these guys and move them over to there. There. Now what we've done is, whoa, except you. You need to move to here. So now what we've done is we've built a frame that's the size of the door that we were after. Okay. So then I can kind of tell what this frame looks like in a way. And so what we're going to do then is take this and then we're going to turn off naked mode and go for face select mode and select this and all of these and all of these like so. And then we're going to go this way. We're going to say extrude, right? And this will give us a door frame that goes that way. And then I don't have to worry about whether it's goofy and weird because it's going to be there and then there, right? So now all I need to do is just take this other one out, the one that marked the door. We can remove it. Okay. And so now we have a door with a door frame. It doesn't need to be anything on the back here because it's a set. So this door frame piece here is just going to be whatever it is. But now you have a room door. It explains many things about like how a door works, yada, yada, yada. And if I need to make it transparent, I will. I think you can get Alexa to tell a joke. Like if I were to say, computer, tell me a joke.
What do you call a boomerang that doesn't come back?
What?
Boomerang.
A boomerang. Yeah. Okay. So now we've got a door, a wall unit, greebles to go on the door. We have that. We have the sign, the plant on that I was talking about earlier, which is good. These pieces will be usable for all kinds of other stuff too. I mean, it depends on the scale of things, right? You never know. One other thing I want to do is get a hallway bridge that goes across the hallway. So we're going to do the next thing we're going to do now that we've done a standard door is we're going to do a hallway bridge, which goes across the hallway. What are the width of our hallways? Because this could be sucky. I mean, if there's only 1 meter in the hallway, that's 3 feet of walking distance. So we may want to actually look to see whether this is a viable option for the bottom of the hallway. It may not be. It's too bad we don't have, in fact, an example of the ship's internal arrangement, which could be used for examination purposes. He says, somewhat sarcastically, right? I thought we did make the hallways 2 meters is what I thought too. So we'll double check it. Yeah, they're all 2 meters. So looking at the deck plans in here, the hallways are 2 meters. So if they're 2 meters wide and we are already eating up a half a meter with these, it's okay with these brackets going across the hallway because you can step through them. That's why we made the tech manual. But I do think that we're going to have to do something about this width, which is a bummer because that's exactly 45 degrees and I'm going to ruin it by doing it. It's all right. Okay. Can't be this far out into the hallway. It'll be a tripping hazard. So I think we can go 1, 2, 3. So there would be fine. It's, yeah, see how it really, Okay, from the side view, we'll pull this out so it's straight. Move it up until it matches. No, maybe move it to there. There. No need to be a tripping hazard. I added to the coffee o'clock scene a nice dig at the Marines. I hope you appreciate me. I hope you don't want to kill me. Because I decided that anybody who's been on the ship for long enough would know not to mess with Captain Chang before she's had coffee, right? Anybody who's been 15 degrees, yeah, maybe. Anybody who's been on the ship for any length of time would know not to mess with Chang before she's had her coffee. So I've decided that the report that this poor Justine is trying to give to Chang is a Marine report of some sort, like an efficiency report or something like that, that the Marines have put him up for, put him up. So they're just messing with him. They're trolling him. There we go. Yeah, see, that still looks okay. It still looks like a piece of machinery kind of sticking out there a little bit and kind of doing the thing. And actually, when I thought the scene out, originally I was just going to have the Marines trolling him because it was funny. And then I realized that, you know what really could be happening? She probably will handle it very well, realistically, because she's actually probably mostly asleep. And she's not a bad captain. So it's not like, like getting chem light batteries. But we could have this great scene where she's like, what time is it? And he goes, it's 0600. And she goes, you know the rules in the ship, right? General Order 24. No, I don't know General Order 24, sir. And then she says, no talking to the CO about random things that aren't life threatening before coffee 30. And he goes, I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry, sir. And she goes, did the Marines put you up for this? Yes, sir. They're just trolling you. And so I want you to go back and tell them that I chewed you out and really got on your butt for it. And then this stays between you and me, right? And so he's like, oh, that's really nice, and he gets a kind of nice connection to Chang there. And of course, in reality, the Marines know that's the response that they're going to get. So really what they're doing is kind of giving him an introduction that goes the other direction, right? Because now he's nicer and calmer. This poor midshipman is not as nervous around the captain because they've had a moment that was like a secret moment. So he probably was really all stressed out, and then the Marines put him up for this, which seems like it would be a thing, which would be like getting him busted, but in reality it's to get him to feel a little bit better about being with Chang, because she's not that scary of a captain. It also gives us a moment where we see Chang being human. The scene serves very well because the important thing about this scene is it's important to see that the aliens on board the ship are treated just like everybody else. Yeah, exactly. Just got assigned to the ship yesterday, sort of thing. But the thought was, I thought it'd be kind of cool if the idea was that they're trolling, but at the same time, they're not trolling the way you think they are. You know what I mean? Like, they are trolling, but they're not trolling in the classic way. See, the problem is with this angle, I now can't get this to line up the way it's supposed to. Oh well. I just don't want it to look stupid. That looks fine. Okay. But that gives a little bit of human interaction between her and the midshipman, and shows you a little bit of where she's coming from. And I think it'd be also kind of fun if the midshipman's all worried that something bad's going to happen, but of course nothing bad happens. Mostly because the old tired trope of the Marines trolling, or somebody trolling them, is somewhat old and tired. And this gives kind of a new twist to it without it being, it starts out, but you think, yeah, exactly. It wasn't played for a ha-ha moment, although it looks like that on the surface. And I may actually, like, later on have him go downstairs, and you see later on the Marines, they're like, so did you take the report to her? And yeah, she chewed me out. And the Marines look at each other and they wink, like, yeah, it was totally our plan. Ha ha. We meant to do that. Yeah, they didn't. So not played for the standard fare. The Marines are actually trying to do the right thing and be nice. So, I think that'd be funny. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take this guy and we're just going to duplicate him real quick. Just so I can get an idea of where he is on the other side of the hallway, relatively speaking. There we go. Okay, so that gives us an idea of what the hallway will look like. Yeah, see, that's not bad. The width there isn't going to be horrible. It still looks space Aegean. That's a word. But it's not terrible. And I think I might pull this bottom beam out, but the bottom beam's not going to be here. That's a bottom beam that's going to be on the bridge. So, or in larger spaces anyway. So it's a structural support beam that goes for larger spaces. So we're not going to worry about that one too much at the moment. What we are going to do is, since we are here, we're going to add a mesh and a cube. And we're going to put the cube here. And we're going to start working on a cross-beam door unit. Exactly. And these bottom little things, you just open them up and stick your contraband in and close it. It's very much like Mariner had on lower decks, where she just had contraband everywhere. Okay, so these guys, I'm going to move them out of the way for right now because they're actually in the way of doing what I'm trying to do, and they are for other parts of the ship. This is an airlock door, or emergency airlock door unit. So we're going to go on ahead and build that. It's going to have grid units. So this is like the watertight doors on a ship. They're going to be space tight or vacuum tight. Nope, they're going to be in naked mode. Otherwise, just grab the front. Okay, going down here like so. And we're crossing the middle line of this here. So I'm actually going to bring this back like this. And we're going to go up and then down like so. So these two are like so. And that's going to come up in a little bit there for the alarm units, light units that are going to be lighting up the hallways, so that there's the ability to see through these units. And I think I'll go to just before the wall unit there. And we'll extend out to here. And then we'll go up to there, and up to there, up to there, and then just go up. That one, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll go 1, 2, 3 right there. And then we'll do the same thing that we did it before. And we'll go up to there, and then up to there. So I'll take these guys all the way across to here, and then the space type door alarm units. Wait, it needs to be all the way across to 4. I'm going to do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4.5 to there. And then the remainder of the way to there, and then to there. All right. Right. And we're going to extend it down and do this. All right. And we're going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to go out to right before there, and then out to here. And then we'll go up here, up to halfway, and then the other halfway. And then all the way up to there. And we screwed this up. Okay, so we're going to... Now the hard part is joining these together. So we're actually going to take these guys out because we screwed it up. Vertices, right? We need to make sure we grab those two and grab this, and then we're going to put in a face. And we're going to do the same thing over here. Right now, it is definitely a Tron recognizer. I'm just saying. I'm going to put in a face. Okay. Now this is where the hard part comes in. I'm going to select faces. I'm going to take this face out. Right. All we're going to do is just take the face. Bork. And then we're going to take this guy right here. We're going to say take the face out. And the truth is, this is probably something where we're going to want to take the vertices out too. And I don't know why I put vertices in, but we did. So we're going to do this and then delete the vertices. So then all we need to do is patch it together. Take you, 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 and you. And we say face. We take you, you, and you two, and we say face. And we go over here. We'll do the same thing. So all we're doing is just patching the mesh back together again. Now that we've kind of torn it apart, just put in a face there, and then the inside right here. And this is so that we can get a full round unit. You think they showed the big bad, huh? Interesting. All right. I'm going to take you and move you just so you're like that. I mean, not to say you're wrong. I'm certainly more than inclined to believe that they did, although I don't think so. It doesn't seem like them, let's just say. Okay, so I'm going to take you, move you back to it. Maybe. Do something like so. And what we're doing here is just making an opening brace that looks like that. If we go into object mode and move it down to the end of the hallway like so, that'd be what we would see going down the hallway. Now I may actually pull all of these pieces back because it kind of looks a little, still like just a little, you know what I mean? Just a little. Okay. I'm going to take all of these guys and move them back until they match the alignment of this. I don't know what George is after. He's after something again. There. Probably better. Not sure. I'm having a little bit of a moment here. I'm not hating it, but I'm not loving it either. I mean, I think it's going to have to bulge out just a little because these are probably GNDN tubes of some sort. For those of you who are not familiar with Star Trek vernacular, GNDN, which is Golf November, Delta November, are notoriously famous things on Star Trek sets, which refer to goes nowhere, does nothing. So it is a notorious thing to see on Star Trek sets, GNDN, and they're like lines going everywhere. So I'm assuming that I'm going to probably use this guy here as a GNDN and be able to like put a whole bunch of them up at the top, going different directions, doing different things. From the sides, there's room in the, if you look in the technical manual, there is room. What are you doing besides being a pest? There's room on each side of these doors, which have irises would be cool, except that they would cut people's legs off. We learned that one in Mando. Just saying. No, they're from the sides to seal and lock. So, and these doors are specifically at braces points. So if you were to, and the reason I'm building this is because we have to build the hallways between the transfer. That's all right. You don't have the tech manual. It's all good. I know because I need to send it to you somehow. Which reminds me, I need to send it to you somehow. How do I send it to you? Do you want me to mail it to you? Do you want me to just wait? What do you want to do? Anyway, so these braces here are going to they're at hard points of the ship. So they're going to be, if you're on the quarterdeck, there's the area that, you know what, I could just bring it up. Let's just bring it up. I'll show you because we're just screwing around today anyway. It's not a high pressure day. It's not a high pressure day. We got 20 minutes before the show. We're good. Okay. Bring this up. I'm bringing it up right over here. Bring up the deck plans. Oh, you won't be here for July 4th? That sucks. Okay. So those hard doors are, I'll go ahead and put them in blue to kind of give you an idea. There's one here, there's one here, there's one here, and here, and here. So that this seals off completely, right? Then we have one that's here, but it's only one way. So the door pockets here. It's the same thing here because there's quarters going this way and it's at an angle. So the door pockets one way this way. All right. And then we'll have another one that braces, but this doesn't line up. So I can't get that one to brace across there. So there's no braces back that part that way. So you're kind of screwed in this whole after section. But these are lifeboats. So there probably would be a one-way brace going this way and a one-way brace going that way to lock off the lifeboat bays, right? And that's probably the way it'll work. And what I will do is build these sets based off of this. So the real reason we've got these braces is so that I can figure out how long the stupid rooms are and everything. So, and then we will use normal door. Oh, there'll be one here. Also a lifeboat room. So there'll be a brace there and a brace there. So this hallway can seal. There'll be a brace here too. Right? This hallway can seal, which is great because that's all the quarters. The problem, of course, is if you get a decompression in this back zone here, you have to figure out a way to get back up and around to get over to the airlocks out there. So my thought is we probably have blowaway doors of some sort that are on the other side of the desk because there's a two-person desk right there. And I'll bet you what you can find is there'd be the desk, and then right behind it is, in case of emergency, pull these two knobs, and that goes and blows out. And then you can crawl over the desk and into this hallway, and that puts you right at the lifeboats stations. So that's my thought on this one. But all we need to do for the scene that's in the first part of incident and moment, is this area that is here. This area right here, which, no, undo. And we need this area right here, which is the food service area where she gets her coffee and talks to the Jacine. And then she walks along this hallway to this elevator or this transfer tube. I'm glad you quantified that your parents are okay because you knew I would ask that. I'm so glad. You can pick it up at NDK. Yeah, that'd be totally fine. Totally pick it up at NDK. That'd be okay. Finding me at NDK will be difficult. So what I'll probably just do is leave your copy at the museum. And then if I run into you, awesome. If I don't, you can pick it up at the museum. So that'd be cool. I would like to run into you, of course, but you never know. I'm almost tempted because of the nature of these, and I know I've already put out the deck plans. I'm almost tempted to move these enlisted places over, but I don't think I will. We've already made the deck plans. So, okay. This is how things are going to work. So that's what we're up against at this point in time. So these braces will be at the blue points on the deck plans here. Here, 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 here. These are 1 meter doors. So I need to make an emergency door, one that is different than the standard doors, which we're getting at these VIP quarters and the officers' quarters here and stuff like that. Because those aren't going to be braces. These are emergency lifeboat. Don't do it. Lifeboat doors. Okay, so we're going to then do another type of door that's 1 meter wide, but yeah, it's fine. There's no reason to go through and change things now. um, we will ultimately, many episodes from now, be on a destroyer, because somewhere along the line, our crew is going to get an upgrade to a destroyer. Um, but that's a long ways down. And have I shown you the pictures of 44 Sierra, the Bay 44 Sierra? Because 44 Sierra is a large bay which has a destroyer in it. Destroyer is big. Cruisers are even bigger. Okay. So we don't actually need that guy anymore. We've got this guy's brace, which is fine. Um, and now I'm thinking I want to figure out how to do. Yeah, there'll be slightly different aesthetics and stuff like that. It'll be different on every ship. Um, I think one of the things that I will do is probably slight differences that are in design. For example, I think on destroyers and larger ships, it'll be a 3 meter hallway or something like that. So you'll always feel like it's a larger ship because the hallways will be larger. But when you're on something like a Corvette, this is a very small ship, and it's a crew of 48. It's not even that big of a crew. Um, but yeah, so that's good. This is good. This is good. I want to come up with a different design for a door. Let's save real quick. Mostly because we're coming up on 10 minutes till shows, or 10 minutes to Geek Tank, so just be aware. I want to come up with something else to indicate that it is an emergency door, not just a normal door like this. And maybe what I'll just have is braces that go on it. In fact, that's probably the best bet. Let's do that. Mm-hmm. Door position and layout will definitely be different throughout the whole thing, but for multiple reasons. One, rapid prototyping. Ships need to be built quickly and probably built by computer, not you. So they'll be rapidly prototyped. You just print a door, and then another door, and then another door, and then a drone comes along, grabs the door, and then sticks it onto the wall, and then another drone comes along and just tack, 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 and it locks it in. So we're in object mode. We're going to add another mesh, add a cube, which shows up here. We're going to do this. We're going to do a door brace. That's what we're going to do here. I mean, not that I don't agree with you. I totally agree but I think that there's the other reason, of course. The other reason is that if we okay, if we have hang on real quick. And this should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here. There. That's what I want. And so what we're going to do now is extend a brace out to here. And extend a brace out and then down. To here. Like that. And these are reinforced doors, naturally. Over 1 1/2. Go longer to 2.5. 2. Like so. And then we will extend all the way up to the top of the door. There we go. So, bork. Yeah, didn't surprise me that doesn't fit. I'll make it fit like this by doing half width. It's not going to look right if we do it the other way. All right, so this is how a brace will look on a door. It's adorable. Okay, we'll bring this up and put it in here. And we'll run this guy down. There we go. Now we have a braced door. So that's what that'll look like. And then we will put it to the side right here. And take the braces and bring them inside the door frame, but above the door. Oh, crap. Grab all the vertices, guy. Inside the door frame by 1/2. And then bring that up like so. And that'll give us a braced door. So this door will be for emergency purposes. It's braced. So that door is not going anywhere. And will give us a different look on doors that are in when we're at, like, for example, if you come up against this door where the emergency lifeboats are, this is a lifeboat station. So we're coming up on 1 more minute, and then we'll be out for the day, and then we'll come back tomorrow. We'll do some more work on this at some point here, because the Greeble set will be great because we'll be able to use it for anything. So at some point in time after we've built all of this, we'll separate them all out, and then we can UV map them. And we're going to just UV map them with everything that's behind or on the sides of most of these pieces are just going to be black, so that they can then just assemble next to each other. And we don't have to keep all the pieces in the UV map. We just pile all the things that are black in the little left-hand corner, and it'll be fine. So that's kind of where we're going on this one. We've got a hallway kind of going here with braced doors and non-braced doors, which would be great. Little pieces along the bottom for our contraband, for our squirrely Marines who contraband a lot. So there's that. So there we go. And that's us for the day. We've saved that, and we'll be coming back to it later. In the meantime, I'll head over to Geek Tank. If you're going to join me for Geek Tank, you are more than welcome. It's over on the Facebook channel Rocky Mountain Geek Tank. Until then, though, until tomorrow when I'll be back, and we'll do this again. We'll keep going tomorrow. And when we do, it'll be cool. We'll just keep doing stuff, and maybe we'll map these things out. And we've got various widgets that we'll stick on the hallways too while we're at it. So like a couple of other greebles we can stick in the ceilings and on walls and things like that. So we've got pieces. So that's the way that'll work. And I will see everybody later. It says say good night, Gracie. So good night, Gracie. I'll see you all tomorrow. Thank you for joining me, Brent. I appreciate it. And I see, yep. Yeah, right. You were going to go donate blood, and little did you know that it had to be yours. Weird. It's just so strange. Anyway, I'll see you all. See you later. Thanks for joining me, Brent. And remember, everybody, keep your eyes on the stars. Goodbye.
Computer, good night.